What's going on, people? It's Glendon Cameron, your hustling godfather today. We're going to have a little fun. Yes, we are. Just so you know, get 51% off anything at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills using the code word execute, I believe. It's under the video. Also, today, you can get in on how to get a big dick, which is also under the video. This book's going to be very, very different. Very, very different as I work on it. So today, once again, let me make sure that we have the right situation here. Come on. You can do it. All right. Make sure. Yes. We do have the ads turned off, which means that I want everyone that's listening to drop a $5 super chat, because we're going to have some fun today. So with that, let's get into it. Today's title, it's very robust. How to make money and have fun, make $10,000 to $50,000 this fall and winter. And this is part of the $10,000 Hustler Challenge. If you have some money, you got a good job, here's a plan where you can get a lump sum of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 between September and December if you hustle now. Just letting you know, because the window for this is going to close. You know, it's really funny. When I used to do this every year, the summer would go by so quick. I would buy so many things. Literally, the warehouses were full. I had 20 to 30 units that had to be picked up. I'm making deals. I'm sweet talking people. I mean, we are crammed from the rooter to the tutor, because I knew that once those little kids went back to school, the price of these units that I was getting so cheap enough to warehouse, cheap enough to rent units, were going to double. They were literally going to double. So we're going to talk about how to make some fun. I'm going to tell you some things I used to do. All right. This should be a little bit better. I had some complaints where you couldn't see what was on the screen. Plus, I got a new nib. So we're going to talk about, oh yeah, the Hustlers Challenge. Okay. This is looking pretty good. All right. Yep, this new nib is making a big difference. 10,000 by June 30th. All right. One of the things that I used to do to have a lot of fun was I would play games with myself. This may be somewhat nerdish, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Let's see, where do I start with this? I know where I'm going to start. I know exactly where I'm going to start. We're going to go with Craigslist listing games. If you start doing this, it's going to make a huge difference in your money. Let's see, I'm just, okay. I think I can make this a little bit bigger and still keep everything in the frame. Yep. All right, so you got Craigslist listing games. One of the things that I would do would be to attempt to break my record. I mean, I would literally be sitting there in front of my desktop sweating. If the day before I listed 10 things in an hour, I would set a goal to list 12 things in an hour, which I would fail. But the thing is, it would keep me engaged, it would keep me hustling, and it would make time go by so quick. One of the things that's really, really strange is when you have a deadline, time moves so fast. So how many, and you could do this with eBay, how many things can you list in an hour? Because what you're doing is you're competing against yourself. You're not competing against anyone else. So this is one of the how to make it fun. Because let's say, and I'm going to give you a direct correlation with this where you can understand. We all know that the more that you list, the more money that you make, right? Sometimes we get lazy. Sometimes we just don't want to list the stuff that we know it's not going to sell really fast. It's not going to be super hot, but it needs to be listed. So by creating a listing game, and wherever you are, because for those of you who do eBay, I got to a point where I can list 100 things in a day. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. First of all, you got to get organized. If you're not organized, if you like, all right, give you an example. Let's say I have to go get a shirt. Then I have to measure the shirt. Then I have to examine the shirt for defects, holes, whatever. That can literally, that whole process of taking a picture, examining the shirt, measuring the shirt, could be 5 to 10 minutes. So what I would do, and I would cheat, bought a unit of a girl, so I knew everything was roughly the same size. And I would use the same measurements, because if this girl wore them, I had a few people, because there's some people who want certain measurements because they're built that way and they need certain measurements. I had a few returns, but not that many. So I would have all of the boxes for this particular unit in the holding area. Then I would grab stuff, and then I would take pictures of everything first. I would not take a picture, measure, write the description. That's way, way, way too slow. So I would take pictures of everything, and I would tag it, so when I was downloading the pictures in eBay, I knew exactly what it was. And I did a lot of this off my head. So I would take pictures, then I would upload the pictures to my computer. Then I would get the measurements of one piece, and then I would like put those measurements in there every listing, and I would like boom, 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 boom. And this is how I was able to list 100 things by myself in one day. Because one of the things is when you're listing clothing, which can be profitable, but it can also be very time consuming. It was just like, this is too slow. 5 to 10 minutes to list one shirt. So you're essentially getting 6 items listed an hour. Or say you're particularly speedy, and you're getting 12 items listed in an hour. If you've ever listed a lot of stuff, you know that gets really old quick. So I made it into a game, how fast I can do it, and I had a stopwatch on the table. So I'm like, oh shit. And it helped alleviate the boredom, because listing something is boring. It is boring. But and I made it exciting, because if I beat that goal, I got like a little high. So this is one of the things that you do. All right. So another thing, and this is going to be really, really silly. It's going to be very, very silly. But I'm going to let you know what I used to do. Let's see. Oh, this is good. So I can get everything. Make up funny names for items. And I'm going to tell you a little story about this. I would do this on Craigslist. I would do this on eBay. Like Craigslist, it worked really well. I was like, cat lady sofa, because I had this sofa, right? It was paisley, you know, the type of stuff that you usually see in older folks' home. And I was just like, man, this is the perfect cat lady sofa, right? So I was like, cat lady sofa. It was a high back camel sofa because the lady had it upholstered with this cat lady motif. And it was like, let me go through because it was so funny. Because I really didn't expect it to sell, but it really sold. Cat lady camelback sofa for the woman who's going to be single. It was some kind of glib stuff like that. And then I put it in. This item for sale is a wonderfully upkept cat lady sofa. The woman who owned it, she had several cats. And unfortunately, she is moved to, because I always used to tell people that I got this stuff from estate sales. I didn't tell them that I got them from storage auctions, you know, because people got weirded out by that. And when it came to upholstery, chicks will always be wondering, was someone fucking on this? I just need to know. And I'm like, sniff it. Rub your hands over it. If there's stains on there, we don't know about it. And it was just this weird ad. And guess what? This lady from South Carolina says, I want that sofa. And she paid the money to have a company come down and get it. And the guy was on the phone. He says, yes, it's in perfect condition. It even smells good. And she trucked that bad boy back to South Carolina. And she sent me a picture. This was when Craigslist didn't hide emails. And it was a picture of her and her 3 cats on that sofa. True story. It just, this is one thing. So make up funny names for your items. You could do it. Now, you must still use proper keywords. Proper keywords are really, really important on eBay. You ever notice how when you go to completed listings, you'll see some items that sold for way more than others? I always look for those and break down their descriptions and keywords, and I usually find out what it is. And the way that eBay does it today, and I know this because I recently sold some stuff, is if you do, let's say you're selling an iPhone, but you have some accessories that you want to put on it. Don't put that in the listing. Let's say iPhone 6 bundle, you know, you're including a charger, a car charger. Don't do bundles. Bundles do not sell as well as the single item. So what I would do in the main title, I would put iPhone 6, blah, 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 blah. And then in the ad listing, I would put the other stuff that was a part of it. Because if you list a bundle, eBay treats that listing totally different than if you just listed the iPhone. And I'm just sitting here, I'm seeing all these iPhones go for this price, but I'm seeing these bundles, I go for 50, maybe 80, $100 less. And I was like, I don't want less. I want more. Oh, good Lord. That's horrible. That is horrible. There we go. Keywords on eBay. You have way more license with this on Craigslist. Much, much more. All right, so let's take a little break. Once again, if you are watching this, I want you to super chat, support the community, because this stream has no ads on it. $5 or more. So with that, let me get into it. Let's see what we got in here. We got Be Real. Thanks for being the moderator. What's up, Wayne Johnson? Stefan, who's always here. Appreciate Hugh. AKW Beats. Yo. What's up, Charlton? Archangel. This dude Bakes. Thanks for y'all for being moderators. Thanks for the $5 super chat. AKW Beats. Al Gordon, what's up? Kenny P, what's up? William Watts, I'm doing a challenge last month and only made $7,100, but I'm still hustling. Well, give yourself a round of applause. You know $7,100 is more money than 90% of this country makes in a month. You know that, right? If you didn't, now you do. So congratulations. Good point, charlatan. Excellent point. Yeah, we support each other around here. That's a wonderful thing. Justin Henry just passed the 3K mark on eBay this month. That's awesome because typically sales dip during the summer. So keep cranking it out. Charlatan, that's an ideal, a target way beyond what you thought you would make. You might have been able to do. Excellent. Yes. What's up, Alice Hardy? Thanks for the $10 super chat. Anthony Johnson, good looking out for the listing tips because listing is hella boring. But I love getting those emails saying I got paid. I understand. What's up, Justin Henry? Thanks for the $10. Thanks, Alice. Oh, there's going to be some more. There's going to be some more stuff that's coming. All right. Now, here's another little tip. How many of you love music? You want to crank that music. Now, if you're in an apartment, that might be a little difficult. What I used to do, and this may seem weird, I never told anyone this. I can listen to the same song if it moves me a certain way over and over and over and over and over. When I'm writing, I'll put a song on loop because I can listen to it for literally hours and I don't get tired of it. So whatever songs that get you in the mood, it could be love songs, it could be rock songs, it could be hip hop, whatever gets your head bobbing, crank that up and list. And this is something that you may find to be interesting. If you have music that has a moving beat, you'll start listing faster. When I'm writing and the music is like moving faster, I start typing faster. So that's another way for you to make the boring task of listing more interesting. Crank that music. Okay. Every 30 minutes. Get up. I'm serious. There are no videos of me doing this, but I used to do it. Get up and shake your booty. I'm serious. Because one, sitting for hours and hours is not really good for you. And you need breaks. So every 30 minutes, get up and shake your booty. Maybe set a timer, 5-10 minutes on Facebook, whatever you do. Then get back to it and keep that music crunk. Another little tip. Nah, I ain't gonna tell y'all that. It's kind of nasty, but I'm serious. I'm not gonna tell you that because I don't know how far you can go. But crank that music every 30 minutes. Get up and shake your booty. Booty. Good Lord, this is horrible. Booty. There you go. Shake that booty. Now, another thing, so let's see what we got in here. Cool. What's up, Jonathan? Pamela C, when I'm doing my thing, I listen to classical music, mainly Mozart. Whatever gets you going, whatever gets you energized, listen to it. Now, this is another tactic. It's not exciting, but it's effective. All right. List the boring stuff first. This is the hardest stuff to list. This is the most debilitating. I mean, you get so bored you have tears coming out of your eyes because there's some things that will sell, but it's just boring and isn't exciting. But you want to list this first because something that you know is going to be hot, something that you know is going to get a good price, that's easy to list. You pump to list that, but list the boring stuff first, all of it, because I know a lot of you have all this stuff that you need to list. It's in the back of the closet. It's in the back of the storage unit. It's in the back of the garage. All right, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm deeply ashamed. All right, once again, everyone who's listening to me, this stream doesn't have commercials. So I want you to donate, support the stream with a $5 super chat or more. In the warehouse, this was our first warehouse. There was these boxes that I never got around to. And my partner was like, you know, those boxes have been over there for 6 months. And I was like, so I wrote on my calendar a day to go through the boxes because they came from a stinky unit. They came from a cat lady. There was cat hair on everything. And I just knew it was going to be a disaster. So I was just mentally like, I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to touch it. And it just sat there for 6 months. So I cleared my calendar and then go out to auctions. And I just sat there and I was like, I'm going to go through this. So first box, I opened it up. It's teacups. Now, I wanted to pick up the box and throw it because it was some teacups. They were all the same kind of teacups. And I was like, okay, always do your work. I know this is boring. So I go to eBay and I find these teacups and I find out they're selling for 30 to 70 bucks each. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So I list the teacups. Once again, here's a tip for selling stuff like that. You put the cup in a box wrapped in some bubbles. Bubbles are bubble wrap or popcorn, as I call it. Then you put that in another box with popcorn around it, and that's how you ship it. Hold on a second. I think this is about to be ugly. Alrighty. That was nasty. Okay. So I'm like, it's 30 cups. Before I even got through listing all of them, people had bought some. So this mass of boxes, they're looking up a little bit. Then I open up the next box, and it's Christmas ornaments. Junky Kmart, Walmart Christmas ornaments. So I just throw them out. Open up another box, more Christmas ornaments. So this unit's starting to go downhill. Then I go through and I find vintage pieces of clothing. Go to eBay, find out who knew that felt hats were going for $200 and $300. Brooches, and this is why you got to be careful with costume jewelry. There are certain brands of costume jewelry that go for crazy amounts of money. So you got to examine it. And another tip, say you have some, you can take a picture of it, but you just can't find it on eBay. You don't even know what to name it. You just can't find it. Take a picture of it and upload it to Google Images, and that may help you find it. So I'm like, okay, unit costs 80 bucks. I'm into it. I see like 3,500 bucks worth of money. All right. Then next box is garbage, trash. Next box is garbage, trash. So I get down to the last few boxes. Open them up. Hold on. I would play music, but there is a serving silver. There's a Tiffany sterling silver setting. About like 90 pieces. It's tarnished, but you know, being the storage auction people that we were, we had silver cleaner in the warehouse. We had silver cleaner. We had that. I was ready. So I cleaned that bad boy up. Original box, like 82, 92 pieces. Sterling silver through and through. So I put that bad boy up on eBay. And I didn't put it up as an auction. I was like, I wasn't feeling the auction on that because I knew what was going to happen. Someone that sells these things was going to underbid me, so I just put it up, $5,000. Buy it now. So I finished going through all of the stuff, trashing it, because once again, since we got storage auctions, there was a lot of trash. So I had a method of moving the trash, because you got to sort through the trash. You just can't throw the trash, because you could literally throw some of this valuable away. So I go to the dumpster, I put the trash in. Fortunately, the trash man that came that day. And I stepped on it because I had to make it compress, because I knew more stuff was coming in there. So I was over there cleaning up trash and stuff, maybe an hour. I come back, and Sterling Tilford said sold. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I get this email. It's like, oh my God, I've been looking for this all my life, blah, 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 blah. They pay the shipping, expedited shipping. I sent it out that day, FedEx. They got it the next day, and they were very happy. Oh, best seller ever and ever, ever. And this is to tell you to be motivated to list this stuff that I know you, yes, you have it in your closet, the garage, because you don't think, and it more than likely, it really isn't exciting, but that's what happens. So you want to list all of the boring stuff first, because you know it's going to be easy to list some things that are like super, super cool, super, super profitable. That's easy, you know? So that's another tactic that I used to do, because after that, I started listing stuff in a more organized manner, because it was just like, you know, this is very bad. This is very, very bad. So how many of you have things that you just let sit around and don't list? How many? Just curious for anyone that's going to answer that question. All right. Now, this is another thing. Have dedicated listing days. Many of us like to list the stuff comes in. This doesn't promote efficiency, because then you're always like, oh, I just got this in, I'm listing. So what we had was, my partner, she did this, but she would list Monday through Friday. Then there was the weekend garage sale. And we tried to kind of chill on Sundays. So that's just a few tips. Also, while we're here, how many of you have an iPhone 10 or a Samsung Galaxy 8, I believe? If you don't have a good camera or one of those phones, you want to upgrade your camera. Definitely want to do that. Let's see. What's up, 9G? Thanks for the $5 super chat. Charlton, $10 super chat. Once again, this stream is community supported. So I want you, everyone that's listening to me, to super chat $5 or more. Thank you. Anthony Johnson, I'm learning to start making the buyer pay for shipping. That shit has bitten me in the ass twice. I resulted in the loss of some coin, but I love the hustle. You should, let's talk about this. You should only offer free shipping with something that has a lot of fat in it. Let's say, I'll give you an example. For some reason, I lost one of my phones, and I got the insurance, and I got another one. But I found it. Who knew? So that phone was essentially free. I put it up as a buy it now. Once again, do not put up phones or anything or electronics or iPads for auctions. People will wait you out. People will refuse to bid more. So I put that sucker up for what, $550, and I got an offer for $530. The shipping was $10. Only give free shipping to some that you know is going to get you some bank, because you can end up, because the eBay fees, they're very high now. Good Lord. I've been getting some of the stuff and I've been like, who did this? Who raised these fees like this? They're significant. Charlton, you're guilty. Stefan, I do. I'm trying to decide how to sell my video gear. I have a professional HD camera and lots of studio gear. I was thinking of selling it as a bundle, but then I watched this video. Don't. No. Part that out. And also, with camera gear, since they're coming out with new and greater stuff every year, you want to sell that as fast as possible. Because I had a Galaxy that I think I paid almost $1,000 for it. I was only able to sell it for $550, and it wasn't even a year old. But the new phone had come out. So you want to get on that and sell it part by part, and like get on that today. Because once the new gear comes out, my Canon, when I had the Canon, when the videos got all clear and stuff, I had that for about 2.5 years, and I was able to sell it for some decent coin. Lenses, typically, they don't depreciate that much. They really don't. Camera bodies, and you'll get the questions like, how many clicks or shutter, what's the shutter count? And some of these cameras is hard to find. But yeah, definitely don't do a bundle. Christian Monroe, Sundays where the money is. I did 1,600 in sales today. You know, that's really interesting, because Sunday nights have remained to be a very good day to end your auctions, if you're going to have auctions. Historically. And Thursday nights. I don't know what it is about those nights, but yeah. So congratulations, Chris. Galaxy S8 camera's the best. Everlasting glow. All right. Anthony Johnson, I'm starting to do that now, and I'm learning that certain things should go to auction. I'm learning. I appreciate it. Yeah, because if it's going to pop, yeah, put it for auction. But typically, most of the stuff that I sold was buy now. And I got higher prices than people who were doing auctions. Superstar Customs, my wife just asked me to throw away this room full of toys. Instead, I have the kids put them up for sale. One woman's junk is another man's livelihood. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so let's get back to the lesson. Once again, everyone at the sound of my voice, I want you to super chat $5 or more. All right, so upgrade your camera. Also set up, a lot of y'all have already done this, but a lot of people have set up a studio. I don't know if this is like eBay legal, but someone will tell me. I didn't do it because I was just selling on eBay haphazardly. This was not something I was going to do consistently. Set up a studio that brands you. I know you can't put, like, I don't know if you could put website stuff in the images, but I know you could put your name brand of your store. So let's say this is a picture, and up top you can go Joe's Bargains, something like that. Branding will get you more money. Oh, those 99-cent auctions, yeah, they will leave you hanging. They will definitely leave you hanging. All right. Listing organization. Yeah, I know that's not spelled right. I don't care. All right, so wash, measure. Say you have a full-time job and you got like 600 pieces of clothing. the traditional way would be to take a day off and just go plow through that, but you still won't get it done. So what you do is you wash, you measure, and you figure out what the shipping is going to be. Very, very important, because some of this stuff, the shipping will surprise you. I shipped a mink coat. That sucker was $58 because it wouldn't compress. And I only charged $25. But fortunately, I got out of a storage unit. It went for like $380. So I didn't, but you know, I did lose money. Even though I made money, I still lost money. So you want to do steps. Like one day we wash everything. Next day we measure everything. Next day we measure out the shipping. Take a little sticky note or something and put it on the item, like shipping is going to be blah, 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 blah. Stadium, some people will put a rubber ducky or something in every picture so you can know it's them. That's cool. Yeah, do something to mark your territory. Makes a difference, a big, big difference. All right, so this was kind of like some stuff that I used to do to make shipping more fun. Make listing, because like if I didn't do it, I would have went out of my mind, because listing it's boring, but it's necessary. The more you list, the more money you make. This is true of eBay. This is true of Craigslist. This is true of Facebook. This is true of anything and any place that you can list. And you got to power through it. All right. Thank you, Stefan, for the super chat. $5 super chat. This dude Bakes. Appreciate you. Anthony Johnson. I used to think people would buy faster because of free shipping. Yeah, never again unless it's a hell of meat on the bone. Let's talk about that. People buy based upon how bad they want it. Let's talk about drugs. I'm not recommending anyone sell drugs. Don't get carried away. If you got to go in the rain, flash your flashlight 3 times to meet this guy in the raincoat to get your drugs, people will do it because there's a very high demand. So another thing that you can do is to buy stuff, even if you have to pay more, that you know is going to sell fast, because you can have a slow dime or a fast nickel, as they call it, or you can have a fast 100 if you get the right stuff. So your sourcing has a lot to do with how your audience will react, because I was just amazed at what some of this stuff, like I sold a computer. I sold my iMac that I think I bought in 2011 here in 2018, a 7-year-old computer for like $450. Blew my mind. But it also had a lot of good software on it. Definitely. All right, so let's see. Let me just go here real quick, because I'm gonna. So question, how do y'all like the double videos on Sundays? Because essentially I figured out the posting schedule for Disruptive Mail, Sunday through Thursday. And this was made by, hold on, this decision was numerically driven. And I'm going to ask for a little feedback. Super chat, $5 or more. All right. On Disruptive Mail, and I know it doesn't happen as hard here at Hustlers Kung Fu, but on Disruptive Mail, I see my traffic start dropping Thursday night. Drops Thursday night. Drops Friday, plummets Saturday, and starts picking up again on Sunday. anyone has now, I don't really know why this is, so I'm just, this isn't a question, but anyone has any ideas why this happened? But I've observed this for about 7 weeks, and it's just the same thing regardless of what I do. If I put up a video, it kind of slowly stops the deterioration, but it's been a constant. And I started the channel in the winter, so I know the fact that it's summer really doesn't have anything to do with it. Just curious. I like the Saturday notification for Sunday AM. Date time for the weekend. I don't know, because I mean, it's just like people just disappear starting Thursday. Now, the audience is primarily male, so that could be date night. I don't know what it is. Kickback, time getting off. I'll dig into the analytics. Charlton, Thursday night, ladies' night all over the world. Never thought about that. I guess that is true. Could make sense. So once again, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, super chat $5 or more. Thank you. So Thursday night is ladies' night. That's interesting. Pamela C. love the double videos. Yeah, because what I've also seen, and I can bring the camera back, is I can do probably like all kind of videos on Sunday, and they gain traction. But on Saturday, if I did a video, I would need to drop it after 6. That seems to be the magical hour. But Sunday through Thursday is going to be the new schedule for both channels, just to let y'all know. Pamela C. love the double videos. John Keith. Primarily for me, I have to get ready for the flea market on Saturday and Sunday, and Thursday and Friday are bright busy. The fellas out doing your advice, Pamela C. Mr. Sanders Watkins, do you know that is true? The gyms are empty those days as well, because I remember when I had my gym membership before I created my own gym, I can go to the gym Friday and it'd be ghost town. That's a good point. Mr. Sandeep, I'm sorry. Archie, that's what it is. My phone is hitting Wednesday asking what we're doing this weekend. Alrighty then. This dude bakes. I work 8 hours plus on those days. Some people can do double work. Not me. Double work for me means you're fired. We're on our feet without a whole time baking. No phones allowed. Wow. Okay. Because this has been a consistent thing. Even before, I just tracked it. Really, I just looked at the numbers for 6 weeks straight, and I said, okay, this is a trend. I could gain a little bit by posting, but I definitely get more bang Sunday through Thursday. Yes, 2 videos. There's a YouTube God, Roadside Warrior. All right, Mr. Sandeep. Yeah, because the thing is, and I'm just telling you guys because guess what? There are better days to post. Sunday is the day you want to end auctions. Tuesday through Thursday is when you want to do your buy it nows. I know people think Friday, and Friday, if you're going to have auctions go off or anything go off, they need to go off before 3 p.m. It is real interesting when you look at people's buying patterns. For the longest time, I used to have people who buy my courses in the middle of the night. Like literally like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what is going on with this? Superstar Customs, thanks for the $5. William Watts, the weekend partying for a lot of people starts Thursday night. Steven, more bang Sundays. And it's just, it's really interesting for me, and maybe it's the category that I talk about, but those are the days. And like Sundays, it's a work day for me, and that's why I decided to do the double videos on Sunday to start the week off right. And then it's interesting because I'm still playing around with the 7 p.m. time, which I was a little scared about, like late 6 p.m., 7 p.m. But it didn't really make a difference in the views, because I get people come in and stuff at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Sandeep, I watched 4 videos today while at graduation party. Double duty. Anthony Johnson, I don't kick it, G. I love the content, man, and I have one of those weekend gigs, so I'm free Monday morning through Friday at 6:45 p.m. If I'm here, if I'm not moving around. See it. Okay. All right. So let's talk about having some more fun making money. And once again, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, go ahead and leave a super chat, $5 or more. There are no commercials here. There are no ads. This is all good content. All right. One of the reasons that I started the challenges, and we're leaving it at $10,000, is people, hustlers challenge. Yeah, I got all this on here. I can actually go over Hustlers Challenge. Having, that looks like a banana. It really did. Having a deadline makes you more money. So what you want to do is, whatever you're doing, you want to give it a deadline. Listing, I want to have X amount of items listed by this time. I want to sell X amount of product in this time frame. I have found out having a deadline and goals makes me more monies. So if you're not implementing these in your hustle flow, do so today. Now, let's talk about what happens when you have a deadline and you miss it or you come under it. Don't sweat it. Typically, if you're not used to doing this kind of thing, it's probably going to take you about 2 or 3 months to start really nailing it, because having a deadline means that you got to work. And if you have a job situation and you know that you can sit at your desk for 45 minutes and you're still going to get paid, you've developed some bad habits. I'm not saying that that's the people here, because a lot of folks here are hustlers, but having a deadline is going to force you to work really, really hard. Really, really hard. So that's something you should be aware of. Now, let's talk about this $10,000. We've got some people who are close to kicking that in the ass. And we're what? We're 5 days away for mid-month. So how many of you are taking the Hustlers Challenge? Just out of curiosity. How many of you are on this? Let me know. I want to see you. Just put a 1 in the comments if you're doing it, and a 2 if not. So I want to see what's going on with that. Because the reason I started the Hustler Challenge is I wanted to give people exciting ways and motivational ways to make money. You know? So I want you guys, let's see. So me, Mo Grizzly, William Watts, always on the hustle. How motivating has the Hustle Challenges been for you guys? And how many of you have made more money than you normally would? Lance Brown, 0.5. There's always a smart person in the group. Tamara Hurst, I'm shooting for 3 this month. Pamela C, 2. Because the thing is, the challenge is, because we're going to continue to do this the rest of the year. And the challenges are going to get a little different, because I think most people mentally top out at $10,000, which, if you make $10,000 on the side and you have your job, it's $120K a year minus cost. That's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. Kenny P2. All right. Let's see, how long is this? Oh, okay, cool. We're right at the point where I need to go ahead and make some adjustments. I'll stay here once again. Oh, let me just go ahead and put this up here. Lance Broom, very much I can feel the fire. Superstar Customs, all of my life and work decisions are more deliberate now that I focus on the challenge. Okay, good stuff. I like that. I like that. Okay, so we're going to keep doing it. All right. Let's see. 50. I actually don't have to start in the middle. I can go over here. So 51% off all products at Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills. And everyone that spends $350 or more gets first tier disruptivemail.org lifetime access, which will also include the book, How to Get a Big Dick. The links are below, so you can handle that. And yes, the code word, the promo word is execute. Mo Grizzly is motivating because I know I'm not alone. There's like a clan of like-minded individuals. Awesome. Anthony Johnson. I've never quite hit the mark since I'm fresh out the yard sale, garage sale, and Craigslist game, but the fact that I have a fire under my ass is priceless. All right, Anthony Johnson. Archangel 3579, extremely. I have revamped my marketing last month. It has paid off. I have 4 large projects the first week of this month, right in line with my target. Awesome. William Watts, honestly, it's awesome, but you don't get as much sleep. My girl always tells me I look like I need rehab because I'm always tired. That's hustling, man. That's hustling. Mr. Sandeep, I sold 30 phones, all old, for 100 profits a piece. Good Lord. Christian Amerson, it motivates me because it gets me out of my comfort zone and gives me a purpose the month outside my own purpose. Awesome. Solid steps to work, just got off work. Solid steps to wealth, just got off work. Catching the last bit of the stream and know you got to get my fix. I've been using cell phone sales to my advantage. Good Lord. We got hustlers up in here. We got like hustlers all over the place. I like it. I like it very much so. Glad I started doing the Hustler Challenge. I like this. I like these answers. This is good stuff. All right. So let me do this. And if you hadn't subscribed to Disruptive Mail, go ahead and do that today. This is funny. All right. So let's see what we're going to do here. Go ahead and drop. All right. I know what I'm going to do. Let's see. Today is the 10th. I need to change that. And we need to make this, oh no. It's going to say 8 p.m., but we're going to start way sooner than that. All right, this is public. Yes. All right, so now I got to go ahead and switch back because I didn't do this correctly. All right. So the next video is going to be the way the alpha male dominate all modes of your life to max out economics, physical, spiritual, and love. So that's what we're going to be talking about as soon as this one is over. Let me go ahead and put the link here so y'all can get it. And I'm just doing it because I know there's a 30-second delay. And let's just do that while I look at these comments. Termer Huss, I'm motivated. I'm a newbie, but these streams encourage me. Mo Grizzly, the big D title is killing me. Where did it come from? Some I actually did. I'll probably tell that story. Becoming, yeah, it's live. Get it, Mr. Sandeep. Becoming unlost. Becoming unlost, the game has changed and you got to change with it. Just letting you know that. All right, so be sure to like, comment, and you can catch the super chat on the replay. It's one of the links below the video. So I will see you guys at the next channel in just a few minutes. It's going to be interesting.